A couple months ago, I made a video going over how to perform certain glitches and apply them to other games. In my opinion, I feel like I didn't go in depth enough and should have explained more step by step, rather than just showing them being used. Consider this video as a follow-up to the previous one. I will be using the glitches mentioned before, so I will be assuming you already know what the glitches are. If you haven't watched the guide yet, pause this video, watch it, then come back and watch this video. A few notes before I begin. As stated in the title of this video, not every game is going to be glitchable. I'll be focusing on R6 glitches, not R15 or any other ones. Each game is unique in their own way and you'll have to adapt to each of the game's surroundings and environment. The best way to really practice your skills is by playing obbies, mainly difficulty chart obbies and towers. They can teach you how to do the glitches and also twist things up to make sure things are challenging. For example, the various wall hops and timings to each flick, or testing how you climb trusses in different angles and other parts. You can use this knowledge and apply it to the game you are in. You may ask why I do this and why I just won't play the game normally and overcomplicate things. I do this for fun as I like to experiment with my skills and explore the games in my own way. I do it out of curiosity and to experience the game more, an example being a fort game requiring a game pass to literally walk into their base or a VIP room from an old game that nobody ever plays anymore. I may do it purely for the advantage of others like in a copy and pasted tycoon game. Don't always expect an advantage when glitching, you'll sometimes end up with disappointing results. I glitch in games that truly deserve it because of how unfair and disgusting their behavior is. Military group games are a prime example of these with their game passes and power-tripping maniacs. I personally believe it is completely justified and reasonable and I will stand with it. Lastly, don't always expect to be able to glitch in any game you want. Sometimes, the game is just too restrictive and is too secure. The amount of invisible walls and the thickness to them is just not possible. With all of these out of the way, let's begin. When joining any game, I make sure it's R6 enabled. If there's R15 or custom animations, I will just leave the game. I also prefer if there's collision enabled, meaning you can bump into other players and get on top of other players' heads, which allows for frog jumping. This isn't a must, but it's great to have when you're glitching around with friends. I also make sure to see if there's shift lock enabled in the game. Sometimes the developers may disable it. An alternative option would be to use your scroll wheel to do your wall clips or wall hops. It is more difficult, but it's still possible to do them. I still recommend using shift lock regardless. If it isn't in the game you are in, it's not really worth the extra effort and you should find a different game instead. I'll be showing off an empty SCP game that nobody plays anymore. I'll be going over step by step on how I will approach it. Our goal is to get outside of the map and deeper into the facility through different means. First, I will start taking a look at my surroundings. Start walking around and explore the place. Get a feel of the layout of the map and the feel of the game. What exactly am I dealing with? Where am I? Are there any high advantage points I can get to? Are the walls thin enough to do clips? Are they able to be wall hopped? Are they made of individual parts or a single mesh? Is this game a wide open area or is it small and condensed with tons of buildings? These are questions that I always ask myself. Look for thin walls, gaps, and tall things that you can climb. Make sure you can actually stand on something once you're outside of the map. You don't want to end up falling off. Make sure you can actually traverse the outside boundaries. Plan ahead where you want to climb or head to next. Once you start getting the hang of the place, try to start with a wall or a place to climb. I've tried clipping out of walls and such near the Class D spawn. It is possible to get outside of the map, but unfortunately there isn't much to explore and I can't get to high ground. Solitary confinement also doesn't seem to have anything useful either. The walls are too thick to get through with our glitches anyway. These windows seem to be able to clip through as they are extremely thin. Remember, the more of your arm you see on the other side of the end of a wall, the more likely you can get through it. This door is also thin, making it easy for dance clips. You can also use laugh clips to get through the door even easier. Unfortunately, this is where our route starts to falter. These large doors are too thick to get upstairs and these walls are too. So let's head back and start over. Looking at these pillars, I noticed that they are able to be wall hopped on. This is because the brick part and the gray concrete part are stacked on top of each other. The dark line between them doesn't seem to affect this. We can use this railing as a ladder, as they have two parts on top of each other, but they are spreaded out. Again, we dance clip the window. Now we are on the second floor. We are again presented with these large doors. All the walls seem to be too thick again. This wall here looks like you can fall outside of the map, but we still don't see the other side of the wall, meaning it is incredibly thick to get through. Surely, this can't be the end of our route. Luckily enough, I found a small wall thin enough to be able to laugh clip through the wall. Dance clip wouldn't work with this one. We are then blessed with convenient parts that are slightly clipped outside of the facility that we can use to climb up higher to the roof. Now that we are on the roof, we can find a way to sneak back inside. I saw that there was an outside bridge that led to an SCP for some reason, with a door leading back inside the facility. We are in Sector 5, but we are once again blocked with these large doors that prevent us from exploring the other sectors. I'll head back out and look around for any walls. This wall here led us back to Sector 1. After exploring a bit, I decided to just call it quits. There wasn't too much in the game to keep me invested, especially since this game has been long gone without any content or players. That's all I've got to show you for today. I decided to make this video because friends have always wondered how I do what I do. This video isn't for everyone of course, but I hope you still enjoyed it regardless. I find it fascinating how these games are built and the smallest of things can really make a huge difference, with the parts sticking ever slightly out of the map for example. Glitching has always been a passion of mine. I'm not always the best at it and I'm not a hardcore player, but it is always fun to do. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if I should make any tutorials on other glitches players have trouble with or want to know more about. I'll do my best to explain. I also have memberships turned on now. You can get an angry bunny icon next to your name when you comment on my videos, as well as access to a few emojis. You can also donate through the comments using supers. Feel free to try. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.